If I talk about old what's-her-face over here, with her amazing backstory, we now have a fun character. But the base characters suck. I can't even remember her name right now. Looks like she's about to throw up. Yeah. Backstory on point.
You don't look so good.
This is the best armor design I've ever seen on a character.
It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
Oh, goodness.
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now.
Just walk up there and be like, I guess you didn't want me to rock the boat.
The way she treated human
Rock the
lives
boat,
like they're mere
rock the
playthings.
boat.
Yeah. And it wasn't
Just
as if the situation
ruin her
was
day.
improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadime?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renin rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renins for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadime.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in
I like how they take the only character that I'm actually interested in
Though
and don't give her an
maybe
actual
that was just a
cutscene.
biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renins ruling over us.
But it's
Nothing
fine.
ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either.
She's not saying anything interesting either.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadime for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renins invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renins invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadime's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear
Isn't that just society?
Deadime wasn't always that way.
But as time
It's kind of how life works.
and he and the Darkwings fought the Renins, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renins but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth,
Unless you're completely off the
I'm not so
grid,
sure that dream is even
you're always going to be living under somebody.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence.
Goodness, she is the best character in this game. And I mean, design-wise.
Many people still do. And then, there's you.
Actually,
Who, me?
she might just be the best character
You and
overall.
Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renins and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
My goodness. Right back at it. The camera knew where to be. It's like you put me there. Exactly. Usually you do stuff in games and the camera goes back to some default position. Camera knew exactly where it needed to sit. Right here. Right now. Anywho. I'm telling you, she just might be the best character here. It's crazy. You know? Let me see what the menu looks like in that. Oh no. Still the same. Thought it'd be different since people split up.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me?
He's like,
about
this
Almadria?
pimping ain't easy.
Not as much as you'd
It's
probably
a little rough
wish.
on the shoulders.
I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know.
Yeah, but as a
why they
character,
choose to remain uninvolved.
he's the second best character here.
Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
I'm telling you, that one area gave us the best two characters in the game.
Really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
And once you see
Not to my
them,
knowledge, no. At
you
its
can't
core,
unsee how
crown
terribly
contest
bad
is
everybody else
to
is.
see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy,
Like until we got
slaves
there,
are
all the
needed.
other characters
It's therefore against
they didn't
the
seem
laws
as
of
bad as they
physical
are because they didn't have
Why
better
would Arnold do
comparisons.
something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan.
Flip.
There is an internal...
I was almost asleep again. I'm sorry.
I mean to bring about a
Oh,
true
flip.
lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
You
Goodness.
don't think you can pull it off?
This is what happens when I shut up and try to
I
listen.
think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
Okay. Whoa, one more. Flip.
I
Let's
took
just
a
get
look
this
around
over with.
inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance.
If I close my eyes again, I think I'm gonna stay asleep.
Yeah.
You're just gonna hear snoring on the
It's
mic.
different though.
Oh,
I'm not
flip.
sure just how to put it. It's almost as
I'm gonna
if
try to keep saying stuff to keep myself
felt
awake.
Forever. I bet my old man would have been blown
I didn't
away
expect
by
this.
view.
Yeah.
Like, how long has it been since we've had a fight?
I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end.
I'm telling you, that Devil May Cry 5, man, I played too much of it
Heck,
as Virgil.
maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have.
It
turned
keeps
out
you
differently.
right there in the game.
If there was something I could.
Doesn't
have
give you
done.
enough time to get
But no
bored.
matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything.
But like I was saying, though, this would be great if the characters
Stopped
were
her from
interesting.
killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what's...
And even if the other characters aren't interesting, your main character kind of needs to be too.
How
You
would
know?
Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
If you got a bunch of lame
I
side
think
characters,
that's
your
the
main
biggest
character
step.
has to bring it
No
together.
doubt about it.
It's got to be dope.
And that's exactly what you did.
And Alphen is just
I
boring.
think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Like, he just feels like he's just here. Which would work if he was like a customized character. Like, if you created this guy yourself, it'd be fine if he was, you know, kind of boring. Because he's a custom character. And you're adding personality in with how you're making him look. But all you have is a couple of skins, you know? So he needs a personality since he's actually a part of a story. And he's freaking boring. Whew. Ooh. Dang it, man. Sorry. I'm just... Woo. Trying to keep myself together.
Good timing.
At least my chair keeps squeaking every time I move a little too much. It doesn't allow me to completely fall asleep.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you?
What'd you say, Alphen? Did you say she's a bad mamma jamma?
I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Yeah, the ship is the dungeon. Huh. Interesting. Flip. The only problem is that now that we've made it here, I don't feel like playing this game anymore.
Persistent little things.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to take a break and come back to it.
Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin.
My goodness, look at how much skin is just out in the open with that outfit. It's glorious. I mean, atrocious. They should not have costumes like this. Oh, it's so offensive. How dare they?
For you,
Show me more.
plenty to feast upon shortly.
For research purposes, of course. Not because I enjoy these types of things. You know. I mean, we're family friendly around here. We don't want to see skin like that. How dare they do
I'll
that?
stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Whew. Yeah, but seriously though, sorry about all the yawning. I'm actually bored. That's why I said I'm gonna have to stop and come back. Probably like tomorrow or something. Well, it won't be tomorrow for you guys because it's gonna be split into multiple things and over multiple days you'll see it. But for me, it'll be a separate day when I come back to record it because I don't want to sit here and get into this being bored.
I want to thank you.
Probably won't have any types of fun.
To calm me. Don't mention it.
Yeah, I'm full on items. I don't really need to worry about this stuff. Oh, so that takes us back to the ocean. Let's check around this place for stuff. Looting stuff. Looting and shooting. Rooting and tooting. All right. Land me a fight or two before I go. There you go. Let's do it.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Here I go.
I can carve through it.
All yours, Kisara.
Let's go.
Can you take it? Does it hurt? Can you take it? You're mine. Elusive deity. Rotating pile driver. Eagle ray. Kisara. All yours, Kisara.
The flip? How do we end up with the same person 3 times? That's crazy.
Nice. No
It's crazy and
scratches on my
unexpected.
shield or my armor.
Let's get going.
I'll have to take my revenge on you.
I'm still in the air. I'd like to come down now.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
Armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open. Be my guest.
Ready and willing. Tiger blade.
No further.
Do it.
Oh yeah. That's the dopeness right there.
Skills in top form. Art's working like a charm. Ha.
Someone seems rather pleased with herself.
That's woke me up a little bit.
Did you hear?
Yeah, okay.
Further.
Can you take it?
I can do a couple more fights.
Can you take it? Elusive deity. Begin. Rotating pile driver.
Come hither.
I'll face you. You're mine. Stand back. I'll trip it up. Elusive deity. Rotating pile driver. Kisara. All yours, Kisara.
The blade of Obelisk the Tormentor. It's not what that meant.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Whoops. All right. Oh, flip. I didn't want to stop. I can't stop. I won't stop, and I don't even know how to stop.
Got it.
Okay. So this is going to be her CP usage thing. Yeah. A little map action.
That went well.
I guess it's fitting that she gets hers here.
You're not too tired, are you?
Nope. I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Let's not. I think. Oh my goodness, he got into pimping stance. We call that movement "Where's my money?" The next thing you do is raise up your hand and swing it back. Oh, flip. He's in full pimp mode right now. Anywho, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I can't say I did. But next time when I come back and we get into more battles and junk, I'll be fine. Peace out and have a great day.